Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Pixie, and today in this video I will be doing an apartment renovation, of the place that I chose for my Sims 4 Let's Play. At the start I just delete basically everything in the apartment except for the windows, because in real life you can't move the windows in an apartment. So yeah, I do go in like deleting everything individually just so I know everything is gone in that apartment. And whenever I do like an apartment renovation or just building a house that I bought, I will delete all the walls, pretty much all the walls, and give it a new floor right away. The one I am obsessed with, always been obsessed with since I got the pack, is the Jungle Adventure floor, like wood floor. If you have seen this in your game, you know it's gorgeous. It's the perfect mix of like real life and cartoon, which is like The Sims 4 is kind of based around. And the color of that specific swatch is just phenomenal. It is so pretty, and I use it in almost all of my builds that I've ever done, because it's just the perfect like whiteness, if you get that, of like the floor. It's just a perfect floor. And then I usually just go in with like the blank wall, just to give it all a clear canvas, because I work best by doing that. Otherwise my head will not be happy and I will be all over the place with choosing like the walls and the floor and doors and everything like that. So I usually just give it a blank canvas and start from there. Also, whenever I build like either an apartment or a house, again, I'm not the greatest builder at houses. They are usually quite bad and not that pretty. I do go in with like filler objects, so I place down like what I want. In this specific kitchen is countertops and like bar countertops, if you can say that, fridge and a stove, and of course like bar stools, just to have a place to sit. Because later I will go in and replace a lot of the furniture around the apartment, especially in the kitchen. Mostly because when you're building with a budget, you don't want to spend all the money on like the kitchen or the bathroom or whatever. You kind of want to do the basics at a basic like money level, if you can say that, and I hope you get what I mean. So you then later, while you're building, can upgrade it to better appliances and better stoves and everything like that. It's also what I usually do in the kitchen. But one thing I will say, and I will be changing it for part 3 of this series, Sims 4 series, is the color theme. Past Pixie, why did you choose a dark theme? Like, I love a darker theme, especially in my toilets, bathroom areas. I don't know why, I just love it. But why do I choose it in the kitchens and in my bedroom? Like, I want it bright, I want it colorful. I want it bright and colorful. So I don't know why I chose dark. I just don't. So yeah, I will be just changing the colors of the things for not the next part, but the next part again. part 3, because my part 2 of my Let's Play, this is kind of like a filler episode, but my part 2 will be up on Tuesday at 6 p.m. UK time, I believe. Just took a sip of a drink. Because I would have put this speed renovation, we could call it that, yeah. I was planning on putting it in, that was very hard to say, into my part 2, but when I was editing it and speeding it up, it would have been like 40 minutes long, and I did not want that for myself or for you guys. So it chose, you know what, I would do a shorter video on Sunday, which is today. I'm recording this very late, and part 2 of my Let's Play will be up on Tuesday, so it's not on Sunday. The video next Sunday will be another type of video. So yeah, that's why. Longer explanation, I know. And also looking at the place right now, it's just colors all over the place. There was no like connection to everything. It's like looking back, I'm like, why did I do it? Why? So yeah, that bed. Funny story. When I saw it, I was intrigued by the colors, and when I flipped through the catalog with my arrows, no, not like plus and minus sign, I realized it was the pride flags. It took me a solid minute before I realized it was the pride flags. Yes. And I felt so stupid. It was, yeah. But it was a cute bed, but I wasn't feeling the colors. I know it was pride flags, but I wasn't feeling the colors for my bedroom at the time. But looking back, I might actually use it. It is a good bed, a decent bed. Also, like how fast you sleep and how well you sleep as well on it. It was a good bed. And can we just take a moment to talk about that dresser from the, I believe it's the high school pack? Oh my god, I love it so much. It's just the color swaps. Yeah. It's just to die for. They are so gorgeous. And don't mind the window just glitching out. It's the move objects cheat. Yeah. And by the way, this is my second time recording this, and it's past midnight at the moment, so I'm quite tired. I did work today, so yeah, I'm quite tired. Oh yeah, when I was placing the desk with my stool, it wouldn't place down. You could use. I was so frustrated. Like there was space, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use my cheat. Move objects. It's my lifesaver. And also, I'm not the person to use cheats. Only when it comes to like decorating. Then I use the move objects cheat. Yeah, it's late. I'm sorry about that. And it's mostly because when building, when you just have the grid on, you are very limited because, like, for example, a toilet paper has to be in its own grid. And with the move objects, you can place it right next to the toilet and not across the toilet, because imagine have to lift your bum up just to wipe, like take a piece of paper. That's not fun. So yeah, I usually go with move objects cheat. And it's just make it all more realistic, to be honest. And yes, I did put in like a scratching tree thingy and a football because I knew I would want to get a cat like almost right away when I got into the gameplay. So I was just kind of prepared with a litter box as well. So yeah, right now I'm just taking out the fridge and the stove in a bit and replacing it with a better appliances and in a dark color. I know, but it's just to make sure that the food I cook and store will be in better quality for longer, so you can have leftovers for longer periods of time rather than it's spoiling quite fast. They do spoil faster with a cheaper fridge, but hold up to, I believe, a sim week when it's the more expensive fridges, which we like. We don't want to cook too often. Personally, I quite like leftovers. I don't know why, because I just... So we are nearing the end. So I'll just say thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my video on Tuesday. So like, subscribe and comment. It will help the channel out a lot. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!